When you are developing your storytelling techniques for mobile journalism, you have to have a very clear idea of exactly what your narrative is and how you're going to tell that story. One of the most important things when you're building your narrative is to have a very clear idea of how your story fits into and incorporates the narrative arc. Now, the narrative arc is something which has governed storytelling for centuries and centuries. If you look at any film, any documentary, any magazine article, any book, any novel, they all follow a basic principle of the narrative arc. The first thing of a narrative arc is that you've got to hook your audience into the story. That hook is what grabs the audience's attention and it gives the audience an excuse to watch your film. So when you're building your narrative, you've got to think very carefully about what your hook is in your film and how you're going to grab your audience's attention. The second thing that you have to do is you have to build tension within your narrative arc. And that's often building tension by having what we call conflict and resolution. So something goes wrong, something goes right, something goes wrong, and it's resolved. You build this narrative arc and you build this tension quite often by having a challenge and then an answer to that challenge and then another challenge and then another answer to that challenge. And it could be something going wrong for the central character in your story and then a resolution to that little challenge. Once you've got your rising tension, you have to build to a climax. The climax, the most important part of the story, where you're building towards that crescendo, when you're building towards the most important message that you're saying within your story. Once you've had your climax, you then need to have some sort of resolution, some sort of conclusion to the story. All of this follows the classic narrative arc: the hook, the increasing tension through having something go wrong and then a resolution to it, building up to the climax of the story, and then finally the conclusion to the story.